So here's my, I guess, breakfast lunch. I kind of woke up at 10 o'clock this morning, so there's rice, chicken with moringa. It's very healthy, but you can have your eggs and bacon like I had yesterday. I actually had that in the afternoon, so you can tell them what you want. Basically, you get 3 meals a day. There's your view of the beach. Um, yeah, I just text the staff whenever I want to eat meals, so there's not like a prescribed time to actually eat. Um, and you can choose if you don't feel like eating lunch, you just want to have dinner, that's okay too. But the staff downstairs in the restaurant can just serve you 3 meals or even snacks or bring you coffee anytime. Uh, even I smoke, so sometimes I'll go get cigarettes in town, but sometimes I'll go into town with my truck. Uh, yeah, you can buy vehicles here, so there's no problem. So anyway, this is the view of the breakfast. It's chicken broth with moringa. It's kind of like tom yum, sour soup or something like that. So yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna eat first and I'll continue this video later on. Okay, thanks again. Now let's look at cost of living. Now, these cigarettes are about $1 to $1.50 in town. Around 50 pesos or so. $1 is about 50 pesos, so just take everything in pesos divided by 50. Got a haircut too yesterday. That was about 80 cents plus tips. It was about $1.20 in town. Again, if you're in Manila and you're going to a salon, of course you're going to spend $10, $20 US dollars. But if you're in the province, just get a basic haircut. It's about $1. There's some beaches there, anywhere from what? That's 50. That's about 1 million to $500,000. So it doesn't really make sense to rent a house, buy a house, because this is a different place. In Zambales, Cabangan, look at this one. It's a beach place. This one is around 200,000 for 1,000 square meters. This is in Zambales, gray sand, so you still have to build your little house. So it doesn't really make sense to buy property, although you can buy property if you want. This one is around a little less than 100 grand for 800 square meters. This is in Bani. Yeah, there's some pictures here coming up. It's a free diving spot. There you go. Yeah, it's about a 80-90 grand there. Yeah, I guess then you start to build your house, so it's going to cost you a couple hundred grand. Here are I just pulled this out from the internet, the cost of living in the Philippines. So if you're in the provinces, you can actually eat out for $4. It's 200 pesos there divided by 50, that's 4. Two people, if you're in Manila, it's around 25 bucks. McDonald's around $4. Beers around $1.50. Imported beer around $2.50. Cappuccino a couple dollars, but you just make your own coffee here. They have good beans in the Philippines, so just make your own coffee for less than 50 cents. Coke, don't suggest getting junk food, but water, yeah. There's a lot of water delivery here too, so you don't have to buy the water, bottled water. Just get it delivered in these big 5-gallon containers, and then you're all good. So yeah, that's for meals. It's not too expensive. Then if you're in the resort, of course, like I am, I just eat here at the resort, and I'll go out to eat sometimes outside the resort, but doesn't really, I don't really feel like it, because there's a lot of junk food outside. So it's better if you just get the fresh cooked food here from the resort, because it's included in your meal plan. But should you want to, you can still go there. Milk, couple bucks. Loaf of bread around $1.50. Rice, $1 per kilo. Eggs around couple bucks for 12. Yeah, still cheaper than the US. Cheese, that's where it gets expensive, huh? So it's not a cheese eating country. So chicken fillets, yeah, it's around $5. So about $2.5 per pound, I guess. Yeah, everything's in kilo here. You have apples, bananas. Things can get expensive if it's imported fruits and vegetables. So try to stick with just the local stuff like mangoes, bananas, and stuff like that. Try not to go for the wine because it can get expensive. Go for the domestic beer. Cigarettes here, it's around 160. I mentioned 50. There's a lot of gray market cigarettes too. Because most of the cigarettes are heavily taxed. So, but still beats the $10 or $15 a pack in the U.S. Um, so transportation, if you want to take the getting around to town, it's around 50 cents or so, 20 to 50 cents for taxis in the city. There's no Grab in the provinces. You just take these little tricycles with a sidecar or have your own car. Gas is where it gets expensive, huh? So it's around $3.50 to $4 a gallon. So um, it's best if you but just buy a used car for a couple of grand, and then you know if you can get a hybrid, it's even better. Yeah. Sorry there, I got a phone call there, but anyway, yeah, so you can buy a car, but just buy a used car. Electricity utilities are kind of high over here, so try to get a place that you don't need air conditioning. That's why you stay on the beach. It'll be a lot cheaper. Um, Mobile phone is around $40 a month. It's kind of expensive along with internet, so try to go with a basic plan. The main thing is just trying to have internet. Luckily, the resort has free internet, so that's where I save from the internet. And mobile phone, I just get the very basic one. You don't really need fitness club, tennis court, stuff like that. Cinema, that's got Netflix, so you don't have to worry about that. And then there's our childcare and stuff like that. If you wanna get some clothes, I would suggest just getting used clothes from town. They have these flea markets, and it's mainly all these used clothes from the U.S., Australia, Japan, and Korea. So you can find nice shirts for around $1, cargo pants for around $4. Lots of things that are what they call overrun in the U.S., Amazon returns and all this stuff, and some are just pre-loved. But still good condition for $1 to $5. So I would suggest not even buying any new clothes here in the countryside, what they call the provinces. Provinces are basically any of these other states that are outside major urban areas like Manila or Baguio or Cebu. So if you're in the countryside, they have fast internet now. So the resort actually has 400 Mbps, so it's pretty fast. I'm able to load this Canva video in just about a minute, so that's not too bad. Yeah, apartment rents. Look at that one in the city center. It's around $400 for one bedroom, right? Outside the city center is around $200. Apartment 3 bedrooms in the city center is around $700. Outside the city center is around $400 for 3 bedrooms. That's rent's probably a little bit higher if you want those nice luxury apartments in Manila. It can cost you around 2,000. I wouldn't suggest. The traffic is so bad in Manila. Pollution, too many people. It's not a good quality of life. I mean, if you see where I'm living right now in this resort, it's really, really nice. You don't really need to get an apartment. You just need a studio because there's less maintenance and you don't have to clean up after yourself when the meals are ready. You don't have to go up and down the elevator, deal with security guards, deal with parking gates, parking garages, parking tickets. I would suggest explore anything in Luzon, even Visaya or even Mindanao. Some parts of Mindanao are not safe, of course, but most of it is pretty safe actually. There's just a few hot spots there where there's still some rebels and stuff like that. But yeah, you don't really need to worry about it. Most people here speak English, rudimentary English, because Philippines was an American colony, so there's a lot of Americans here, so you'll pretty much feel right at home. If you want to find Americans, just go into town, and there's usually about 10, 15 Americans who are retired as singles or are married to the local Filipino women. There's a lot of Swiss here too. The little Swiss village here where I'm at. Italians, yeah, there's lots of expats actually living here. I would say at least 100. So if you want to hang out with them, you can, but most of the time, just chill out in the resort and meet locals. Main thing, don't try to do any business in the Philippines until you're here for about at least a year, so you know what you're doing. Like I said, you should wait at least a year. Check it out first. If you want to try it out first, just come here on a tourist visa, 3 months, and then you do an exit, go to Malaysia for 125 bucks round trip, and then come back, get a visa stamp. You get another 3 months, so you can try it out first to live here 6 months to see if it's really for you, and then you can decide whether you want to retire in the Philippines or wherever you want to go. But I would suggest visa runs first.